I thought, honestly, one thing we focused on yesterday was making sure we break the puck out and moving our feet and having support. I thought we did a great job of that. We're talking about tiny margins here. Very disappointed in the loss, but I thought there was stuff that we did very well, much better than we did yesterday, Friday. But, it's not a good enough result at all. But, again, I thought there was things we took step forwards with.
Jeff, on your 20 shots,
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
hard on Gustafson.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to? Just not enough second chances?
We got to get more ignorant of getting bodies in the net and getting pucks in the net, and they got to know what's getting delivered there. That's one thing I'd say for sure. That's one area where, as you kind of fix one area in breakouts, that's another area where we got to get better at. We got to find a way, especially on our entries, to be a little more ignorant about shooting on our entries with bodies going to the net. So then hopefully that creates chaos.
Knowing the last two teams you played the night before, and then the last two third periods you played, maybe they got the better of you. Would you agree with that statement? And then what do you kind of attribute that to, or maybe just what you were saying there?
I guess I don't know if in either case, from a really, if you want to, if you watch the tape with me, I wouldn't necessarily say that they got the better of us in both those periods. Now, we didn't get the better of them either, so that's a fair thing. Like, we should get the better when they played the night before. I get that 100%, but I would not say. I think they had 5 shots, we had 4. You know what I mean? So it wasn't a whole lot going on in the third. They did a good job of buttoning down the hatches. We pressed, but we couldn't get enough pucks to the net. But I did think we pressed and had some opportunities to get more to the net. So in either case, again, for me, in the last 2 games, we're talking about tiny margins of difference. We got to find a way to turn those margins in our favor. That's the biggest thing. Even if you go over the last, 4 or 5 games here, they're not huge differences. They're tiny differences, no different than when we were winning 6. Tiny differences, so we got to find a way to turn those differences into our favor.
Is there one common thread as far as those differences are concerned?
No, I don't think there's one thread. I think I think, as I've said lots, we're just trying to get better. We're trying to get better. So we focused on a couple areas. I thought one of those areas was breaking the puck out. We did a way better job. Another one of those areas was grinding in the ozone. I'm betting our ozone time is better than it's been. But we got to take another step and make sure we're getting more bodies and pucks than that. But with all that said, you got to flip a play here and flip a play there, and then all of a sudden you're winning again. So we can't let frustration. None of it. We're all big time disappointed. We're frustrated, but you got to put that behind us. You got no time for that at all. We got to find a way tomorrow to get better and find a way to go into Philly and win on Tuesday.
And the penalty agreed, or can I ask, I don't know, a little question?
Yeah, I didn't agree.
Another great goaltending.
Well, I think Jimmy's been, Jimmy went to work over the course of the summer and into the fall and wanted to get his game and continue to get better, and he's done a great job of that. And I've told him, make sure, you're ready when your opportunities come, and he's done a good job of that. So I thought he had another good, solid performance tonight.
Coach, you juggled your lines a lot in the second half of the second period. Was that to try to stop the Nugent Hopkins?
We juggle them a little bit. Sometimes it comes out of necessity as you come off certain situations, but really it was just a player here and a player there. It wasn't a whole lot of totally different lines for the most part. We were trying to double up. Larkin got doubled up a few times there, just trying to, he's a young guy that can really skate, and trying to get him a little bit more ice time in those situations.
20 more minutes for Nick Cromwell tonight. Compare this second game to the first and what you're seeing from him.
He's a really good player. He's got a great brain. He's got a great calmness to him. I think Nick for a long time here he was big time underrated around the league. He's a great defenseman when he's healthy. So, I don't know if I like 20 minutes. We got to watch it because that could present too much wear and tear, so we got to be careful there.
Better night for him tonight than the first?
Well, I thought both nights were good. I think both nights he does a good job of managing his game, of being smart, of doing the right things, of talking, of doing all the little details that it takes to be successful. Thank you.